So ladies, if you are following all the rules and you're not being able to burn off that unwanted weight, then I want to walk you through right now the importance of your hormones and the importance of all the hormones when they are in balance or when out of balance, importantly, that it's going to be really hard, if not impossible, for you to be able to burn fat. And when it comes to your hormones, they don't just work singularly in a vacuum. They're all working related synergistically. But importantly, I want to walk you through right now in a plain English version, what is it that you need to be doing to be able to burn off that unwanted weight, bring about the balance, and then obviously enjoy the process as well. Because I'm hearing all too often women wanting to be able to lose weight, going through the traditional diets, cutting calories, cutting carbs, doing the excessive cardio, and really the most common theme is that the women are just tired, hungry, craving food, unhappy, and frustrated by not seeing the results. So I want to walk you through right now what you can start with today to be able to start seeing results from tomorrow. And that really starts with two common themes that I keep seeing when women start joining into the programs, and being able to fix these problems brings about balance and brings about results as well. Now, in this episode, I'm not going to go into the importance of the estrogen-progesterone ratio, especially when it comes to pre and menopause times as well. Also, in menstrual cycle, I'm not going to go into the in-depth. Those are going to be covered in upcoming episodes. So make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on those, because we have put this all to the test in the My Body Blends Tribe membership, and it's come out really well. So I want to show you what exactly that is, but that's going to have their own episodes. So the first common hormonal imbalance that we start to see all the time is insulin resistance. What happens is, and this really comes to about the debate of should you lower your calories, should you lower your carbs, which one do you focus on, and what do you need to be doing in a plain English real world scenario that's going to get you the results. Now, when you eat carbohydrates, this is going to have the production of insulin. Simply, insulin is the hormone that's going to be able to pick up the sugars that you've just eaten and to be able to push it into the cells to be able to store. Now, the importance of this is we want those to be able to push to your muscle cells, your brain and your liver, and avoid the fat cells. When you start coming about with insulin resistance, it's simply your body's not effective, not efficient at being able to push those nutrients into the right cells, where it's starting to go to fat cell accumulation, i.e. fat gain. And the problem with insulin resistance is it can have relation over to diabetes, and why I want to walk you through right now 3 steps to be able to increase your insulin sensitivity, get away from the numbing effects of the insulin resistance problem. So firstly, this starts with your training, your workouts, and why we recommend for you to be training 3 to 5 times a week with weights. No, ladies, you're not going to be bulking up. We're talking about smart training, smart workouts. But importantly, we're going to be able to get your body to do a key few things. One is we're going to be able to help produce more growth hormone. Growth hormone is a fantastic hormone that you've probably heard of before that's got some real power to do with anti-aging. That's fantastic, but we also want its power to do with its ability to help you burn body fat as well. So the way we get your training to help produce more growth hormone is we want to be able to increase lactic acid production. Really simply, we're going to use weights as the method. We're going to decrease the rest intervals in between the sets that you're going to be performing as well. Now, I'll include in the description below an example of a workout that you'll be able to start with today. Importantly, this is really being able to use smart workouts that are going to give you the result that you want. I don't want you going into the gym, going into your workouts, wasting time. This is not what we're about. What we want to be able to do is have the short, effective workouts that's going to be able to increase your body's ability to burn body fat. Now, the second step to walk away from insulin resistance is by eating nutrient whole dense foods. Importantly, and especially what we're about with My Body Blends here, is getting you to focus firstly on eating more of the nutrient dense foods. I don't want to sit here and say all the things of no. I'd rather get you focusing on the foods you are going to want to be eating at each meal. Now, the importance of eating nutrient dense whole foods is it's going to help your ability to control blood sugars. Not only is it just going to give you the actual nutrition, the vitamins, minerals, phytochemicals, but it's also going to be able to stabilize your body to be able to help you actually be in a fat burning state as well. Then there's also the benefits where it's going to help start bringing about balance to do with your hunger hormones, especially leptin and ghrelin as well. And the third step is a really quick and easy one to do, and I wanted to include this, is start including 1 to 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar a day. This is something I really easily include each and every day. Sometimes it's just splashing it over a salad, sometimes it's with some water and dumping it down in the morning, but it's being able to use apple cider vinegar, again, to control blood sugars. This goes so into your ability to burn body fat and why we want to be able to control your insulin. Now, let's go into the second hormonal imbalance that we keep seeing, and I want you to be able to avoid and really be able to fix from today. And there's 2 steps that go into this, and there is estrogen dominance. Now, when it comes to estrogen, there's also the importance of the estrogen and progesterone ratio as well. Now, what we're going to focus on just in this episode is just being able to bring about balance to do with estrogen. And the first way we start to do that is to start to focus on your gut health and including fiber throughout your day as well. Now, gut health is something that's so important. There is so much science coming out about now, and every single member, every single client, this is one of the first things we start to focus on, because once we tip this domino over, so many positives start coming about. So how do we start including fiber? How do you start focusing on gut health? Firstly, start to take away the culprits of what could be causing distress upon your gut health. Now, importantly, this comes to be able to improve the bacteria, the microbiome that is lining your intestines. But also what we want to be able to do, and why I actually said in the step before, was to eat nutrient whole dense foods. This is why this is the first step that we look at with every member that comes on board, and what I want you to focus on as well. Being able to focus on eating the right foods, choosing the right foods, and is then going to help you take away the culprits. Usual suspects when it comes to being able to stress your gut could be dairy, wheat, gluten, and I'll list more below for you to be able to go through and to be able to see if you do need to be able to start taking these out. But rather than saying no, I'd rather have you focusing on the foods to eat that are going to be doing the job for you. And then this really goes into the second way to improve your gut health and include more fiber, is including vegetables. Don't be a salad dodger. Now, this is obviously going back into the step of eating nutrient whole dense food. How can you really be including more vegetables throughout the day if maybe you're just not enjoying it, you just don't like it? That's okay. A great way to do this is through green smoothies. Now, I am a fan of juicing, but not juicing too much, because we don't want to lose the pulp. We don't want to lose the fibrous goodness that is going to actually help clean out the system as well. The importance of fiber is it can actually be not only just improving your gut health, but it can be taking out toxins that can include old used up estrogen as well. And this will also have a positive impact upon your adrenals and your thyroid metabolism. So you can see, once we start taking care of one major hormonal imbalance, all the others can start coming together. And just a quick tidbit that I'll throw in here as well, because I just mentioned adrenals and thyroid. Something that we do with all members coming on board is checking morning heart rate and morning temperature as well. And being able to see, is your nervous system aligned? Is it not too frazzled with too much stress or something else that could be throwing it out? And that's what the heart rate is going to be showing. And then there's the temperature, seeing where your metabolism is at. Now, I keep saying the word balance because we're not just trying to eliminate, we're not just trying to get rid of the hormones or anything like that, especially when it does come about to estrogen and progesterone. There are huge benefits of both, but again, it's bringing about that balance to make sure that they're able to do their job, and there's nothing holding your body back that's going to be actually causing you to not lose weight or to be feeling crappy throughout the day. For example, estrogen and progesterone do help combat the effects of cortisol. And this is also where insulin and cortisol, again with low testosterone and high estrogen, can be causing belly fat. As also, estrogen has been related to being able to increase fat storage to the hips and thighs. And this is where cortisol can negatively impact progesterone, which could be causing a lack of or inability to be able to burn weight or even fat storage at the waist. And this is also where you can have effects of estrogen to do with your adrenoreceptors. Now, you've got 2 types of adrenoreceptors, and this really comes into relation to do with your hard to lose or stubborn fat. You have beta adrenoreceptors, which are sitting on your fat cells, which are like the pedal to fat loss. And then you also have alpha adrenoreceptors, which can be the brakes to fat loss. And ladies, the problem is in these hard to lose stubborn fat areas such as the hips, thighs, and buttocks, you can have up to 9 times more of the alpha adrenoreceptors. And this is where we can really start to use that term stubborn fat. And so what do you start doing about it? To start bringing about the balance, to start being able to have that control effect as well, is a controlled, smart carb intake as well. We're not talking about just cutting all your carbs out. We're not talking about doing anything radical. We're wanting to focus on a smart carb approach. And this is where the low-calorie excessive cardio myth is really standing in the way for so many women, really making them frustrated when it comes to why they're not losing the weight. And this could be you, because if you are just going the low-calorie, if you are just trying to ramp up your exercise and you're not taking into account what's going on with your body on a hormonal imbalance, you can see now why you can be having a lack of results. And why a part of the secret sauce for you being able to get in shape, and really it's the unsexy version, is you need to be in a happy medium. Especially for the female metabolism, from experience I've really seen from the ladies that I've trained all around the world to transformations that have included from the everyday mums, busy corporate executives, to fitness models, to even actors, is you need this happy medium. You can't push things too far. You can't go down that radical diet path because your body is going to fight back. And this is where we can really see the symptoms such as hunger, cravings, and low energy kick in. So with the smart carb approach, one of the best ways to really jumpstart this process is a priming phase. This is why we typically start with a 7-day kickstart. I'll pop actually a link below that you'd be able to get access to. But importantly, this is being able to have it suit you and your body type as well. Now, this priming phase, the 7-day kickstart, is being able to then drop and bring about a smart carb approach, especially focusing on your fibrous vegetables, being able to ensure we start concentrating on your gut health, but also making sure that we start bringing about better blood sugar control and controlling insulin to start ramping up insulin sensitivity so your body can actually switch on the fat burning process. And then importantly, this is about what are the steps you're going to continually make. I'm not going to try and sell you a 1-page diet because that's not going to work for you. I know that's what you've tried before and I know that's what hasn't worked. What I really want you to do is just have a starting base. Understand where you are right now, where your metabolism at, and importantly, what's going to suit into your lifestyle as well. Then obviously by taking the steps after a priming phase, after what we use is the 7-day kickstart guide, you're then going to be able to include more carbohydrates. You can start bringing up your carbohydrate intake and especially relating it into how are you feeling, how are you functioning, are you having hunger, are you going through cravings, is your energy throughout the day good, and how are you progressing as well, are you still burning fat? And this is really a part of the process as to what I want to be able to do. And what we're doing here at My Body Blends is being able to get you to get in great shape quickly, but importantly, not put you at risk as the fat rebound process that all the traditional diets do, so you can actually get in great shape fast, but stay in great shape as well. And this comes into the point of your carb tipping point, and why we want to be able to show you with a priming phase to start off with, then taking the small steps, you're going to be able to find your happy medium. How many carbs you can be eating, how many foods you can be going out, and still being able to enjoy a glass of wine, enjoy your favorite foods, and enjoy life at the same time. So I really want you to start taking action. Comment below so I can read and reply, because I personally want to come in and help you with where you're at as well. Also, just so you can get the insights, I'll pop a link below to the My Body Blends community. It's a free and private group that you can request access into to be able to really dig in deeper. This is where on a daily basis you can get the insights, you'll have me answering your questions, you'll have the team, and you'll get access to all the episodes as well. So I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next episode, and I throw out the challenge to you to start doing a smarter approach, to start going about what's going to get your body in balance so you to enjoy the process, to look and feel the way that you Now it's time for you to get the most out of this and comment below. This is where I will personally come in and give you the answers that you need. And as always, the best discussions happen over at mybodyblends.com. This is where I can give you all the guides, programs, and insights that I can't fit in these episodes. Plus the free diets and workouts are there waiting for you now. And if you did like this episode, then be sure to hit subscribe so you never miss an episode and I can send them straight to you. I'm looking forward to seeing you soon here and in the My Body Blends Only community.